Hello everybody, welcome back to the tutorial where we're teaching you how to use ProSeed, which was made by Wopster for FS19. Today we're looking at using the three different modes, auto, semi and manual, in-game, as well as I give a little explanation on how manual works with half modes. If that doesn't make sense, I say it, leave it down, comments down below. If there's any questions, leave them down below, or in my Discord, or at Twitch, twitch.tv/slothfarms. We stream Farming Sim 5 days a week. Come chill out, come ask me some questions, or, you know, just come watch some FS. Whatever you want to do. I'll see you there, hopefully. Make sure to sub if you're new. We've got more tutorials coming in the future. Sorry for the delay. I'm getting used to YouTube. It's not something I'm 100% clicked with yet, but I'm loving it, and I appreciate the feedback. Any more feedback, again, you know the places to tell me. Comments, Discord, Twitch, wherever you want it to be. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the video. Okay, so you've finished watching the first episode. You understand how the UI works in each of the modes, their basics. We're going to use them in game now. I've got a 3-meter seeder here with a 15-meter sprayer. I've set it all up in the UI. We're going to be practicing auto mode. We got the spray width set to 15. I've already set up GPS, as I said, I believe in the first episode. I'll do a GPS tutorial in the future, but at the moment, if you don't know it, don't use this mode. And yeah. But we're going to start, so obviously I've set it up, it thinks this is the first track, we're putting some ball in. So all I'm going to simply do is I'm going to go up the field with my track. I'm not going to go the full way because we're going to be here for a while. We'll just go a decent while. So as you can see, the first track, it's not putting tramlines in as it shouldn't be. It should be putting them in track 3 because that's the middle. When I turn, like this, you'll see it's changed to track 2. Oh, it's changed to track 3. It clocks on, and it knows what track is what. I'm going to go back and do track 2, but that's what I mean by skip rows. I'll show you what I mean in a second. We'll lower it in again. Again, still not got the tram lines in it, it does it all automatically. All I'm doing is doing the usual stuff with GPS and turning around. That's all I'm doing. Everything else is done automatically. And here we're going to do a skip row. We're going to go over to track 5. Here we are. We're going to put track 5 in. And it's still keeping track of what our actual track number is, so it's 5 out of 5 at the moment. But when I turn around here, and I go back this way, it will start counting down. Now we're going to go back and do track 3, like so, which is the tramline track. And as you can see, it's automatically turned the tramlines on. Now when we go down, we can see it is leaving the cultivated marks. If I turn this off, I believe it will leave a similar, yeah, as you can see, it's not as distinct of a look. I usually keep that on, which you can toggle by that button as you saw in the previous video. It's each to their own preference. And then we'll come back in and we'll do this final track. And that's how the auto mode works. It pretty much just completely does everything automatically for you. You've just got to use GPS. I wouldn't recommend this on the headlands. If you're doing the headlands, I would recommend that you stick to using semi or manual modes. We're going to be doing those next. But yeah, as you can see, we've successfully put one sprayer width in, and we can check this. If we go and hop over, let me just put some speed on quickly. If we go and hop over into this New Holland over here with a 15-meter sprayer, and we quickly unfold it and test it on the tram lines, we will see that it's covering at least the majority of it. Sometimes it's not 110% perfect, but it should work well. Drive down the middle. What I love about tram lines is I can do first person and I don't really worry about what's going on behind me. If we just activate that and just drive down the middle, you can see it is officially fertilizing the whole seeded area. I mean, I'm probably swerving a little bit because I'm looking behind me, not focusing. But there you go. That's how the auto mode works. We can see it works perfectly fine. You can do your skip rows. You can do it however you want. It will work. Next, we're going to move on to the semi mode, and I'll see you over there. Okay, so we are now over here in the semi mode with an 18-meter sprayer, which I have set up again in the UI. We're on track 1. Everything's default. Sound is on. Cultivate texture is on. Everything. And the thing with this mode is every time you lower it, it gets set up by 1, so the track number increments. So if I lower it now, it goes to track 2. That's wrong, because we haven't done that. So what I always recommend you do when you're about to go do your first headland or whatever it is you're doing, set it to track 3, and then turn your seeder on. You can hear the beeping, so we've got that mode activated. Let's just disable it for this one. There you go, you don't have to hear the beeping anymore. And then lower it, boom, it's on track 1. It seems to be in reverse. And then you just go around the edge of the field. I'll do a full headland, but I'll speed it up for you lot. There we go, that's all I'll do for this one. It acts as a headland, we've just done half of the field. We'll now pretend that we're going to go back around the headland one more time. This is our second track, which is currently the middle track, meaning this is going to be our headland pass. So as soon as this gets lowered, it hits over to track 2, tramlines get automatically turned on for us. And again, we just drive around the corner. I won't speed this bit up, but we can see that that is leaving the cultivated mark. This map doesn't have multi-terrain angle, but that doesn't matter with ProSeed. Originally I thought it did, but it doesn't. It will still function correctly. It just, the seeding doesn't have the smooth curves, but the cultivated texture where the tramlines are will have that nice curve. Now if we come down here, lift it up, perfect. And then we turn this big boy around. Beautiful fence. And then we can just go our way back up. It's gone over to track 3 for us. I like to call this mode, it's somewhat automatic, it's somewhat not automatic. It automatically turns over the tracks and everything, but it's not with GPS. I usually use this mode for the headlands. If it's a somewhat rounded field where I'm not lifting it and picking it up all the time. If it's a very square field, I'd recommend manual, because otherwise you're going to have to keep on changing it, the track. But yeah, it's like the auto mode, it just doesn't use GPS. There we go. We have put those tramlines in. We now just quickly run over to our 18-meter sprayer. All this equipment I'm using here is either available on Yes Mods or the official mod hub. This is the Cavernon DLC stuff. It's actually my favourite sprayers. The main reason is they've got good configs for sprayer width, so that's why I like them so much. Yeah, we'll go around the edge here. As I said, it's not going to be perfect. You see, I've actually missed a bit there. But yeah, I'm quite a perfectionist in FS, always have been when it comes to fertilising. I like to get every little bit, but I've just come to understand, like with ProSeed or whatever, yeah, you come to terms with the fact that there are going to be missed bits on corners and whatnot. You just get used to it. It's not perfect. I prefer having tramlines than, you know, every inch of the field being fertilised. I can deal with it not being fertilised 110%. And there you go. You can see that it's covered that pass, and obviously I usually do one headland and then do the up and downs with the GPS automatic mode. You could continue using the semi mode with GPS if you don't want it to be the auto mode, but I wouldn't really see why. But yeah, that's the semi mode with an 18-meter sprayer, 6-meter seeder. Now we're going to move on to the manual mode. It's a little bit more complicated. Okay everyone, we are on to the manual mode, the final mode of ProSeed. We've got a 24-meter sprayer here and a 4-meter seeder, which means we have 6 tracks, which is even, which means there isn't a middle. So where are we going to put the tramlines in? Well, this is when the manual mode comes in useful, because we're going to be using the half shut-off feature. As before, I'm just going to do this straight edge here. I'm not going to go do the full headlands. If you want to see a full video of that, I'm happy to do it. I'll just make it like a non-voiceover, so you can just see me using it. I might do that anyway, just to help anyone. But yeah, we've got the sound on, everything's set up. We're going to turn the half shut-off on the left side. Yes. Oh, I didn't. That's the minimise button. There we go. And what we're going to do is, looks like I forgot to hook up everything. Why is it not working? Oh, I need to unfold it. That's still with me. There we go. And now we're just going to go around, and it's only going to be using half of the seeder, as you can see. That is exactly what we want. Because what this is doing is this is splitting it up. So instead of it being 6 tracks, you go around half, then you do 5 tracks, and then you go around another half, which means there will be a middle. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's hard to explain. I might put a little clip at the end showing an explanation in Photoshop where I can just show you through visually. If not, if you've got any questions, ask down below. But there we go. There's our half pass. Thing is with manual, you have to keep count yourself. So what we're going to do now is we can turn the half shutoff off. And then we go around again. Around, I mean down. Like this. Because half of the seeder is 2 meters. So we do a 2 meter, and then we do 5 4 meters, which is 20, and then we do another 2 meters. And then them half shutoffs add up to 4, which then makes it 24. It just means we end up having a middle. Is the main thing here. I'm not doing a very good job with this overlap here. It's hard to do when I'm talking. There we go. So, yeah, doing the half shot off basically means the easiest way for me to put it is you end up having 7 tracks. I'll make sure I put a clip at the end. But yeah, this is our 2nd out of 7. Alright, this next one is our tram line pass. So we do Control R, that turns the tram lines on, perfect. And next we drive up again, and it will be putting the tram lines in for us. I think this tractor's a little bit underpowered. That's fine. Lift up. We do Control R again to get rid of it. And now we've got 2 full passes and then another half shut off. Okay, one more full track. And finally the half shut off again. There we go. Now let's check with the sprayer that this has worked. So we'll come up to our 24 meter sprayer. Get it unfolding. Again, from the Cavernon DLC, this one. And we just drive down the centre of this. Oh, we haven't seemed to have filled it. Give me a second. There we go. And you can see, except the few little odd bits, it is getting it all. And that's probably just due to me overlapping and that. But that has officially worked. That is the final mode, the manual mode. I always recommend this. If you're new to ProSeed, I recommend you stick to buying a combo of a seeder and a sprayer that have an odd amount of tracks. The number of tracks is easily calculated by getting the sprayer width and dividing it by the seeder width. So when you're coming into the shop and you're looking at a seeder, let's say you're looking at this one, 3 meters, I would then say, alright, let's look at what sprayer I want to get. And I come over here and think, I want small fields 15. 15 divided by 3 meters seeder, that's 5 tracks. Yeah, that's an odd amount. That'll be nice and easy. Because if it's an even amount of tracks, it will mean you have to do the half shut off, which gets a little bit more complicated. But if you're feeling good enough and confident, do it this way. I've never done it actually this way. I usually like to keep it nice and simple, and stick to other methods like this, the 6 meter and the 18 with an odd amount, etc. I hope this helped. Any questions? Put them down in the comments. I'm happy to help. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is going to make it more complicated or if this is going to help you understand, but we're going to explain why you do the half shut off. So we have I believe it was a 24 meter sprayer and a 4 meter seeder. And if we divide them together to get the number of tracks, of course we have 6 tracks. Now, we know that hasn't got a middle. If we were, to draw that out, we've got the field boundaries here. We'll put in, so that's 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, 4 pass, 5 pass, 6. Because if we add this up, sorry, it's not 6, it's 4 meters, 4 meters, 4 meters, 4 meters, 4 meters, 4 meters, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. If we look for the middle here, we're looking at this point. Now, we don't want a middle point, we want a middle pass. So this isn't going to work. So this is when the half pass comes in. So what we're going to do, we're going to line it up with this top one here, we're going to do half of that. And we'll do the same on this side, like so. So this represents 2 meters, 2 meters. Perfect. So we'll go back to white. Okay, so now we're going to do 1 pass, around about the same, so that will actually end up being in the middle there, in the middle there, in the middle there, and in the middle there. So now we've got 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. Now we can check, this does add up to 24, because we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, plus 2 is 22, plus 2 is 24. So we're still going to be covering that 24 meter sprayer width. But what we've done here, if we look, we have actually got a middle because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 compared to here, we've got 6. Okay, so there's no middle. Here, we've managed to make this number is odd, which means there's a middle. So what we can do is we'll look for the middle. It's this one. So here we'll be putting in tramlines. Sorry for my rubbish writing. But this is where the tramlines will go in. That's why we do the half passes. We've gone from this being the middle, which is no use to us because, we can't have that there. Where now we've got this is the middle pass. Before, as I said, it was there. So now we've got the middle, we can put the tramlines in, and it's still 24 meters wide. Okay, I appreciate you all watching today's ProSeed video and the rest of the playlist. If you want to go back and learn anything, again, you've got the first episode on the modes and the UI, and then you can go back through and watch this episode if you're confused on anything. The comments are there for a reason, use them. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I'm happy to any feedback. If you didn't like the video, you know where that button is. And share this with your friends. ProSeed is a great mod. I really, really do recommend it if you want to up your realism or just want your fields to look good when you're spraying. I really appreciate the support, everybody. I've loved making this series. I know it's been quite a short one. I'm going to work on GPS soon. I want to make some more tutorials. Any ideas are also welcome down in the comments. Let me know. But until then, have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next one.